Hey, Escape the Rumors, Brandon here. We are at Brighton Asylum. I'm with Rich. He is the owner and the developer, and it's originally a haunted house, but they also have escape rooms, which is why we're here. The two rooms that we're going to try today, the first one is 1408. And then the second one is going to be the Tune. So we're very excited to do that. And Rich, so tell us, how did you get started with this? Like, this is like huge. Like,
the attraction?
Well, the haunted house. Yeah.
Okay, so we've been open for, this will be our 9th season open.
Okay.
And we originally started outdoors at a farm.
Okay.
And in 2011, we packed it up and came indoors.
Great. Okay, well, why don't you show me around and
Sure.
we can walk and talk.
Well, this is our lobby area at the tunnel. Okay. So they get into one of the 2 elevators.
Okay.
And it takes them down into the tunnel.
Okay. And then, okay, yeah, and then...
We'll go around for now because the...
in terms of escape rooms, when did you build those out? When did you create those?
Well, we started with 5-minute rooms back in 2015, mostly just for the haunted house, for the haunted houses. But we started to do the 1-hour rooms in 2016. We started with the 2 rooms that you're going to play today, the Tune and 1408, and we're currently building out additional rooms on the 2nd level.
1-hour rooms.
Correct.
Okay.
60-minute rooms.
And how many? You said 5-minute rooms. How many 5-minute rooms do you have?
Currently, we have 6.
6. Wow.
We have 6. We rotate those out each year.
Yeah.
So we have 2 indoors, and then we have an additional 4 that we rotate outdoors during the Halloween season.
Wow, that's amazing. It gives people something to do.
Yeah, it gives them something, you know, extra to add, you know, on to their evening. Gives them something more that they can do after the haunted attractions, and we can also put more people through the 5-minute rooms than we can during. Instead of the 1-hour rooms, which have a low capacity limit.
Right.
5-minute rooms have a
cool
capacity.
So where did you? Like building this masterpiece, like what inspires your creativity? Where does that come from?
Well, it comes from a variety of places. Sometimes horror movies, you know, can be very inspiring.
Okay. Love horror movies.
You know, oh yeah, sure, of course. I mean, you don't want to copy anything outright, you know, but just the general ambiance of, you know, certain scares or certain themes or certain rooms, you know, kind of just give you those ideas.
Right.
Sometimes it just come into
or
your
you'll have a
mind.
nightmare and you'll start writing it
Just
down.
start
I gotta bring it to life.
Absolutely, you know.
That's great. And the story, well, okay, so I guess we're talking about 2 different things. There's that haunted house, and then there's the escape rooms. In terms of escape rooms, we haven't played them yet, but the puzzles that are in there and the challenges and the storyline for that, like, where does that come from? Do you, like, you build the storyline first and then the puzzles?
They're all really done at the same time, but
okay.
As far as these 2 rooms that you're going to play, these rooms were a build out from a company that we hired back in 2016. So these were not built in-house.
Okay.
Okay. So the rooms that we are building now, these are being done completely and totally in-house.
Okay.
But to answer your question, when you're doing the puzzles and you're doing the game flow, you kind of want to try to do them together, but you know it's a work in progress.
With each other.
Right. So that it's a work in right. Correct. But it's a work in progress, and sometimes you have to change things when groups come into play and something doesn't work. Then you have to go and you have to rework it until it does work.
Okay.
You know, sometimes things are great for a group of 2, but when you've got 6 and 7 people coming into the room,
what are they doing?
Right, it doesn't work. You know, maybe nearly as well, and you have to kind of adjust things.
That makes sense. All right, cool. Yeah, so obviously for the future of your company, you have the new rooms that are being built.
Right.
On the 2nd floor. What about the haunted house? Are you changing anything moving forward?
The haunted house, gets changed every year. This is something that has always been a part of what we do here at Brighton Asylum ever since we opened. Every single year, you can guarantee that something is going to be different, and this coming year will be no exception.
The future of the haunted house, like what's going to happen? Is there any new changes with that?
Yes, every single year we have updates that we do to the attractions. You know, that's something that we've done since the very, very beginning, since its conception.
Right.
So this year will be no different, and every year, you know, after that, I can't say exactly what those changes will be, but I can promise that they will be just as amazing as they've been, you know, every year preceding that.
Right.
You know, in 2011 we opened. In 2012, you know, we made vast changes to the entire layout. In 2013, we created an entire courtyard scenario that's where we're standing, which is, it isn't here now.
Yeah.
In 2014, what did we do in 2014? We started adding brand new scenes in Brighton Asylum. In 2015, we created the tunnel. In 2016, we gutted half of Brighton Asylum and redid that. In 2017, we once again did an entire brand new update in Brighton Asylum. In 2018, we brought an entire brand new attraction called the Bleeding Grounds upstairs. So this is just something that we're constantly doing.
Right.
We're constantly evolving.
Well, you want those
attractions.
repeat customers that
Sure.
people to keep coming back. Yeah.
Correct. We have a very large fan base of you know, of haunt goers who expects that they're going to get something different, you know, every single year. We want to make sure that we're bringing that.
Okay.
So you know, we're going to continue to do that. And now that we have a much better sense of, you know, what's going on with the escape rooms, that's something too that we're going to make sure that we're on top of, making sure those changes are happening, right?
So here we are again, our 5 key questions. We're gonna ask Rich 5 key questions and he's gonna answer them on the spot. Are you ready?
All right.
Okay.
I'm ready to go.
So number 1, what is your favorite movie?
A Nightmare on Elm Street, 1984.
Wow, that was very quick. And number 2, what is your favorite food?
Hamburgers.
Ah.
Hamburgers. No cheese.
Oh wow,
I don't like
very
cheese.
particular on the hamburgers. And what about like something we don't know about you?
I was a concert pianist before the haunted house industry. I've been playing since I was 3 years old.
Wow. So now you sometimes play during?
Yeah, I play on Halloween. You know, I break out the keyboard and play for the crowd outside. You know, they think like a, you know, like a DJ or somebody was hired. You know, it's a lot of fun.
See, he works also very hard at his own spot.
I try.
And what about you know, your favorite escape room of all time that you played? Rise Haunted House. Their airplane. Don't remember what the name of the actual room was, but when we got in there and that plane started moving, I thought that was the best thing ever. Wow. And the last question, 1 room description on the future rooms that you're about to do.
1 word description. On the ones to come.
Yes.
Insane. They're gonna
Insane. You heard it. So Rich, in terms of Halloween, right, how many people do you usually have on site as live actors?
As live actors? Approximately 125 a night.
Okay.
We need it because we're so spread out.
Right.
So we've got 3 haunted attractions, 2 downstairs and 1 upstairs. So we cover a lot of area with relievers, who are in costume, and they go around and relieve the actors, plus the actors themselves, so it's a lot.
And what do you anticipate in terms of like volume-wise of people coming? Like how many?
It's in the thousands every single night. I mean, obviously more in the middle of October than towards the beginning. So we always tell people, come at the beginning of the month if you want a lot more of an alone experience, a more personal experience. As the month goes on and on,
Right.
we get more packed and more packed and more packed, and we start selling out even before we open.
Oh wow.
So
And you have other things like not during Halloween that people can still come experience?
we have our Santa's Sleigh Haunted House experience, SLAY, by the way. That one's in December. Then we've got our Dark Valentine in February. We've got our St. Patrick's Sleigh Haunted House in March. Then we do our Night of the Creeps in April, and we do our Clown Asylum in May. And that's our complete package. And we change them sometimes. Sometimes we do other, we mix it up, so we're doing different things. Our staples, though, are the Santa's Sleigh and the Dark Valentine.
Oh.
Those are our most popular, and we've been doing those since 2012.
Right.
So we've had a very long run.
So like the operation hours of this is usually only during Halloween and then those 5 events? Or
Correct.
Okay.
Yes. Basically special events outside of Halloween season. During Halloween season, we run on Thursday through Sunday. Certain Thursdays. We don't start with Thursday right away. Once we hit October, usually we start with the Thursdays at that point.
Okay.
Once the attendance starts to really hit.
Well, and the other times they can come and try the escape room.
Exactly. Escape rooms are open 6 days a week, Tuesday through Sunday.
Thank you.
So you are located in Passaic, New Jersey.
Correct.
If people want to come here and do the haunted house, or they're probably going to do that at night, but
Sure,
during
sure.
the day, if they want to make a whole day of it, what do you recommend? Like, what's around this area?
Right. Well, first we are in Passaic, but we are on the border of Clifton, just for address purposes. So yeah, people could come down if they're going to come to us, whether it be at night or during the day. There's plenty of restaurants in the area. We are within a few miles of. We've got Applebee's, we've got Fridays, we've got diners, really good diners within the area.
Usually, there's a lot of good diners in.
Oh, sure. Oh,
this
exactly.
area.
So we've got that. There's plenty of great shopping centers.
Okay.
The Garden State Mall is just maybe
it's
15
huge.
minutes from here, because you've got great access to Route 46, Route 80, Route 3, the Garden State Parkway. It's all right here.
Right.
We've got great movie theaters in the areas. You've got the AMC. You've got Lowe's. We've got.
What about parks? You have
We've got
parks?
we do. We've got a park right over here that's located really just within not quite walking distance, but it's very, very close.
Okay.
And during the Halloween season, we also have a shuttle bus system that can take you to us. So parking can sometimes be an issue simply because when there's a vast majority of people coming to a place, doesn't matter how much parking you have, it's going to get filled up and you're going to have to go park somewhere else.
Right.
So we do have off-site parking.
So
So
you do have you provide transportation from a parking
Correct.
off-site.
We have an off-site parking lot at the Learning Center in Clifton.
Okay.
It's 199 Skulls Avenue.
How far is that from here?
4 minutes.
Oh, great.
And we have a shuttle bus system that takes people back and forth all night. So that opens an hour before we do, and then it just stays open until the last guest is ready to go. So we've got all that going, but we recommend if you want to take advantage of the on-site parking, come for the early time slots. We do a timed arrival system, and we say just come either early in the month or come for the early time slots or the late time slots to take advantage of the on-site parking.
Right.
The middle of the night tends to fill up quite quickly on-site.
Yeah. Okay. Well, hey, Rich, thank you so much
Thank
for taking
you.
the time.
Much appreciated.
You have an amazing space here. We can't wait to try the rooms, which we're about to do, and we'll have our review up, and hopefully, if I can convince my wife, we'll check out one of your haunted houses.
Sounds good.
In the Halloween time.
Excellent.
But thanks again. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, Escape the Roomers, you heard it first. Brighton Asylum. Come check it out in Passaic, New Jersey.